right, and I'll leave it at 2B. That's fine. I'm going to save it, zoom in, click on the selection tool, and I think I want to go ahead and place my image. Let's choose the picture box. Let's see, do I want to place it in the center? That may work. 2 columns. I'm going to try that here right now. Now that may change. Remember, we have to do the wraparound because we want the text to wrap around the image. Also, we want to frame it, put a slight frame on it, 0.75. Now, I'm going to find that image by selecting Command D, and it automatically went to my InDesign2 images folder, which is perfect. Hong Kong. Gosh, that's perfect. It went to the image automatically. Click on Open. All right. Now, if we remember for the first story or the first image we use on this assignment that it's too large, but we want to make changes here so that it will fit within the text box or the photo box, picture box that we've drawn. So we're going to go to Object, Fitting, Fit Content to Frame. All right, and that is the image. Let me take a look at the original. Okay, right, that looks good. Now I have my image in what appears to be the center of this story. You may want to move it to the, oh, that's the entire story. We don't want to move that. You may want to move the image to the right, or you may want to move it or place it in the center as idea. That's completely optional. I'm going to save those changes that I have made. And I'm going to move on to a story here below. Remember, I'm moving this down because I need a headline box. You want to do that for all of them. This is within 4 columns. That'll be different. That's good. I'm going to cut this headline, paste it, highlight it again. I'm looking for Helvetica. Not bold this time. I don't want to emphasize this story. One thing in news design is that we have, especially on a newspaper front, there's above the fold stories that are usually the top stories, and below the fold, those stories are sort of secondary. Sometimes those are your lifestyle stories, your feature stories. It could even be a recipe or even entertainment stories. And oftentimes you may see a sports story below the fold, but sometimes that varies. Okay, so again, we don't want that one to be bold because we don't want to emphasize that one as much. Let's find a size, appropriate size. Oh, and remember, it's set to paragraph styles. We want to change it to basic. Okay, we have it selected. I'm going to change it, just reduce it a hair. Okay, great. So remember, that one is not bold. I'm going to bring it up here. Now, as I've done with the first 2 stories, create a box for my byline, simply cut it, and there seems to be a little bit off of the spacing, which is perfectly fine. Change it back to basic. I should have highlighted that, basic. Okay, and we'll delete the extra lines of text here. Go back to the selection tool, and now we're going to just move some of the items up. Make sure you choose your wraparound. We need a little white space here. Okay, good. This looks okay so far. This needs to come over. I'm going to save what I've done. Zoom in a bit. Okay, the story continues, not a problem. And it's okay. I see that the text box is actually a little bit below the byline. That's not a problem because remember when we preview it, we can't even see it. All right, we're going to click here and I'm going to change, go back to my selection tool. Single mom. I'm almost for certain I have an image with this photograph also, excuse me, an image with this story also. Let's go ahead and draw a picture box for it. Now, I do keep in mind that you have chosen different stories, but altogether, we need at minimum 6 stories to appear on this front page. That's at minimum. And also 4 photographs should be on this front page. 4 photographs. So if you've chosen 3, I would encourage you to get another photograph to be included. So again, 6 stories. You may be able to include a 7th story based on the length of the stories that you have chosen.